Alright, welcome to another Demarcation Media live stream. And I am really going to have to be careful because I have my cords all sticking out the side of my camera, and if I keep hitting them, we will have bars and tone. Actually, no, just bars. I don't have the tone, which is good. Anyway, today we are going to be building the XENTINEL from Sheik Mainland. This is kind of an iteration on the Xenostrike a little bit, but also we've got some of the Fenrir bits in here. And there are two in the box, as usual, and there are two heads. So we're going to get a Terminator-style head here. And then what we see on the front of the box, which is this. They call it the Sentinel. You have kill mode and Sentinel mode, which is pretty cool. And we got some new accessories, like the Gatling gun, a shotgun, a sub-arm, an axe. So I'm pretty excited for this. I think Sheik Mainland is one of the most interesting model kit brands out there, aside from Blockies. Like when it comes to random robots and random mechs, Sheik Mainland is really killing it. I saw in the chat, somebody had asked why I'm doing a build for this and not the Fenrir. I actually do have a couple of Fenrirs that I need to build still. I have a gray one and a tan one. So there will hopefully be a live build of that at some point. When I was making the video for those, I had to get through it quick and I didn't have time to do a stream. This will be part of a sponsored video, but the stream is not sponsored, so I'm not going to be promoting that sponsorship here. So that being said, I did want to build them live. I went ahead and got the red version just because I got gray and tan for the Fenrir. I got gray for the Xenostrike, and I decided, you know what? A different color would be good. Also, look at this. This is going to be another video. Kind of a shorter one. Different one than usual. But I thought it was kind of cool. Also, YouTube right now is at a point where, like, all my views are getting kind of squashed. Videos aren't doing that well. It happens from time to time, but you know, it does mean it gets showed to less people. So if you're watching the videos, make sure to like them and comment, because otherwise YouTube will stop showing it to people, which is not good. They're actually releasing new... Yes, I actually made a post about that new Fenrir type. So if you guys want to get it pre-ordered from BBTS and support the channel, there are links in that post. Yes, Autobot watch. It's a Toke Toys watch. Oh, here are the heads. Here are the heads. Oh, focus the other direction. I am going to try and paint the eyes on these heads. Not live, I don't think. But I want to have one weathered for the review and one not, so you can kind of see both. And this is the skeleton stuff. These are like slightly softer. I'm going to do both. Because there's two in here, I'm going to do one Sentinel and one Terminator. And we've got the standard loadout of hands. The new Fenrirs, the armored up ones. Oh, POK, that's what it is. The new armored up Fenrirs come with new hands too, which I'm excited about. It's nice to get more hand variation. These are weapon runners. So we're kind of going to be doing double the stuff. Oh yeah, and the stands. The 2.0 Optimus. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's pretty cool. Use the Sentinel head, not the Terminator. Guys, there's two in here. We can do both. They pose like crazy. Yeah, Sheik Mainland. They know how to do it. Alright, so I'm going to tilt this up. Mr. Sonic, welcome. What scale is it? I believe this would be 1/18. Also, guys, you like my special BFC cutting mat? That's what we're going to be working with here. And the instructions, very simple. Oh yeah, we do need to pay attention to that. See, if this tells you how to build the Terminator, but if you want the Sentinel, you have to use a different torso action. So, we can do both. Yes, we can do both. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pray us in, and we will get started. Oh, hold on, I'm getting distracted. They apparently added experimental toe hinge here. What? All right. Well, Lord, thank you for bringing everyone here this morning. Thank you that it's not boiling hot and I'm not sweating into a puddle. I just asked if this would be just an enjoyable and uplifting stream for everyone. In Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. What is this? D. So I'm doing kind of both at once. This is how I like to do this sort of thing. So we're going to cut out the parts that we need. So also, for those of you who don't know, it's best to cut out a little farther, leave a nub, and then we'll come back to that to clean it up. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to cut out all the parts. I realize it's dark on dark, so it might be a little hard to see, but we'll work with it. All right, then A9. I'm going to do my absolute best to cut and put everything together where you guys can see it. I have a bad habit of like lifting the runner up to here. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. I slept in a little more than I meant to today, so getting the stream set up was a bit of a scramble, but hey, we got here in time. Do that. And then I've gotten to the point, I think I've said this before, but I've gotten to the point where I almost don't look at the numbers. So like this is runner A and then I needed part 6. But I built so many model kits that I kind of just look at what the part looks like instead and go from there. Do I like the Fenrir? Yes, I do. It has some loose joints that I need to tighten actually on mine. I might do that today. But as a whole, I think it's absolutely fantastic. One of the best model kits that I've ever looked at. I'm very much looking forward to this new one with all of the extra stuff. Kenzie the Human, welcome! Alright, so then once we do that, go ahead and take this, and we'll trim any excess. This part is not as necessary to trim excess, but I like to kind of just make a habit of trying to clean up most of the joints. Really most of the parts, but sometimes, you know, you can get lax on the joints because, oh, you don't see it, but then a little bit of plastic is going to be sticking up and, you know, interfere with the joint movement. So it's best to just try and clean things up. Trim that. I hear a grumpy baby. Oh, I gouged a little bit of that with the nippers. Who's my favorite Decepticon? Soundwave or Megatron? I would probably go with Soundwave, to be honest. Soundwave is pretty cool. Oh, and it tilts down like that? Interesting. Okay. Strange. So we've got a neck here. Now, we need... It said E27. Oh, is the front? The front of the torso is the same. Oh. Okay, so this one, this is 27. This is the Terminator back. The Sentinel one is this one. Also, one thing I really like about Sheik Mainland, a lot of these kits, they are fairly limited when it comes to the runners. So, or like the attachment points. They're usually a little bit undergated and maybe even only attached by one. Right now you're saving money at the Goku Fig Arts. Interesting. Why is the baby grumpy? The baby is grumpy because she's teething, and it makes her very unhappy. It's not very comfortable. Oh wait, I do need E still. I need this. 22 and 23. Yes. 22 and 23. Alright, so I'm making little piles here. So this is the Sentinel mode over here. This is the kill mode over here. What's the price for these kits? It depends on where you buy them, but they can be as low as like 15 bucks. Sometimes they can be as high as 40, depending on who's selling them. I have a link if you guys want to pre-order it through Big Bad Toy Store. Said sponsorship that, oh wait, how did I forget that? Said sponsorship will also have some access to it and whatnot, but again, this is not sponsored, so I'm not giving them free content by advertising them here. They're paying for videos, they're not paying for stream. Yeah, it's a little messy, but it worked mostly. But yeah, I was like, you know what? I've got to build it anyway. Might as well just hop live and do it here. That way you guys can see how it goes together. Soundwave actually shoots sound waves. In some versions he does. Some versions he doesn't so much. There's that. I kind of wish I was like, I had decided to get multiple colors of this, but at the same time, it's a lot quicker to only have to build one. Because unlike with a Gundam, you know, every time you get one of these, you're getting multiple. So, is it A1, 1 and 2? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and trim these ones flush, just because they're even more hidden joints than usual. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to take from the other runner too, just so that I'm not accidentally taking the wrong pieces. What am I going to build for the body? I'm doing one of each. So I am building a Sentinel body, and then... Oh wait, I needed two anyway. Whoops. It looks like the front of the torso is going to be the exact same between the two. It's the back plate. The Sentinel back plate has more attachment points for that sub-arm. What's my favorite Soundwave design? That's a good question. I don't know. Transformers 1 was pretty good. Transformers 1 was pretty good. I feel like there's another one that I'm forgetting. Alright, let's trim this. There's one. Yeah, this one's here. Yeah, like this is best to trim flush, because you don't want that to be getting in the way. So, then we'll trim that. We want to trim here, trim at the angle that the part is going. It's not perfect. I'm by no means perfect at this trimming part. Some people are really good at it. I'm not, but I can do some. Wait, War for Cybertron? Have I seen the War for Cybertron one? What does he even look like in that one? Matt Awesome, you honestly thought you would miss the live? I mean, we'll be here for a little bit because this is a more complicated kit, so chances of people making it are pretty good for this one. It is a little weird going from building blockies to building this because you absolutely cannot just rip the parts off the runners. For the same sponsorship, I have other Sheik Mainland stuff, and I've gotten a handful of them that were actually, the listings had the option to get them pre-built. And then the normal kit version sold out. So I was like, you know what? Let's give it a try. Let's see what happens getting a pre-built one. And holy moly, those guys they must not own a single nipper between them because it looked like they just took the parts like this and just like ripped it forcibly off the runner. Soundwave. Interesting. I need to look at that one then. I feel like I probably have seen it, but I'm not remembering right now. Okay, so for the Sentinel here, make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, like this, and then we do like this. Prime Soundwave. He's weird. Heavy backtracking in games. Sometimes. I mean, stuff like Minecraft, obviously you're going to have a lot of backtracking because that's just kind of the way the game works. But in other games, like, I didn't like it in CE very much. That was a real big slog. Okay, so for this, guys, see this bit here? You do need to loop it up and under and then pop it into place. Then for this, I'm going to go ahead. Wait, what? What am I doing here? That's supposed to fit? Wait, no. Oh, wait. Let me go consult. Oh. You don't use this part. Flames, welcome! Sheik Mainland, they overcharge them like crazy. Really? That's strange. There we go. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, I see. I didn't actually need these other parts. This is for the other thing. King Phantasm, welcome! Mixel Pixel, welcome. 3 ads? Yeah, that's rough. If I didn't need to have the monetization on, I would 100% turn the ads off, but if I turn the ads off, then there would be a lot less videos because I wouldn't have the money to make videos. It's a sad thing. Is this also? Do I need also a different core? I don't think so. 100k subs. Nope, we're not yet. We're on the road there, but not there yet. Okay. Oh yeah, everything has to be aligned here. There are a lot of little connecting parts. But there we go. So that is the Sentinel torso, and you can see we've got different back attachments. And then for the kill mode torso, this is where we need the like expander pieces. 3D printing some Hero Factory stuff. What are you printing? Joints, or are you printing like... Wait, what did I Hold up. I don't think I was paying attention when I cut these off. What are these? Yeah, this is absolutely the wrong piece. Well, it's a good thing I didn't need them here, because, yeah, I did it wrong. How did I do that? Custom head. Hmm. The head is what kind of defines the character. That's why anytime I would build a custom hero, it was almost always just a version of one of the existing heroes. Because, like, if you use Furno's head, it's obviously Furno. Okay, there we go. This might end up with more articulation, I'm not sure. But we'll see. Then we've got this one. Ah, I've just launched it. Flip it around. Sheik Mainland is... Yes. Sheik Mainland is a brand. Have I ever dabbled in 3D printing? Not really. So I actually bought some CAD files for clone armor, some cosplay clone armor, but I haven't figured out where to print it because I don't have access to a printer. I don't own a printer. I had a company offer me a small one once, but I don't have the space. I don't have the space for one. Which is why I turned them down. Because I was like, where the heck am I going to put that? I don't know. Alright, so those are the two torsos. Sentinel, kill. Very interesting. Okay, now we need the waist unit. So we're going to need this bit here. Oh, is that a different neck? Interesting. It looks like there's a neck piece on this runner. 2.0, 3.0 style using fully 3D printed parts. Interesting. I should get a Switch 2. Bro, do you think I'm rich? I can't just willy-nilly buy a Switch 2. That's not a cheap random purchase. Because I'd also have to get like a proper capture card or something for it. Alright, then the waist piece. I believe there's only one way to build the waist here. It's the same for both. I do like this red. This is a very nice red. I was a little worried that it would be like the Xenostrike, that really bright red, but this is a lot better. I also am a big fan of the fact that Sheik Mainland releases like multiple colors for things at once. So, you know, when a new product comes out, you get a whole bunch of colors right away. And it's not like, oh yeah, years later we'll get a recolor. I feel like that's how Bandai does things. Where it's like, oh yeah, we'll maybe get a recolor way down the road. But you get tons of options. Like, they also released a bunch more of the Fenrir, the standard type, with new colors, like orange, like a baby blue, red, white. Plenty of options. Also, they just pack in so many accessories and hands and stuff that, like, I have more accessories for Sheik Mainland than I can ever use. So you have so many options. And then you can use them for kit bashes, too, for other stuff. They're just so heavily focused on customizing and whatnot. Also, because there's different colors, pop and swaps are totally an option. Maybe I'll do that with my remaining Fenrirs. Maybe I'll make a couple pop and swaps. Have I seen the Blocky's Venom recolor? I saw the orange one. I haven't seen Anti-Venom. But the orange one, okay. I don't really know that Creamsicle Venom needed to exist, but I Building the torso. We built the torso. This is a waist. This is the waist unit. I guess you could technically count it as part of the torso because it is part of the torso. But yeah, this is the waist. Then this one. I'm trying to make sure I get these pretty flush because otherwise these two pieces won't sit together the way that they should. Releases a new kit like every 2 weeks. I don't think it's quite that fast, but they are pretty quick. They are pretty quick. It does help that, like I said, a lot of their stuff is recolors. Oh, the dryer buzz. No, it's going to keep going. There we go. There's one of the waist units. And then we'll do the same for the other one. What do I think is the worst thing I've reviewed ever? Whew. The worst ever that I've actually made a review on. Well, the Jazzwares ODST is up there. That one was a massive disappointment. Fig Arts Iron Man was pretty bad. Worst, man. I don't look at a lot of things that I walk away from being like, this was absolutely the worst ever. I try to avoid that. Like, I can get a feel for things beforehand, so I try to avoid getting to that point. I think it's better Shockwave or Soundwave. I like Soundwave better because he's nicer. You know, Shockwave likes experimenting on people randomly. Soundwave, he actually sometimes is kind of good. Especially when his pets, somebody threatens his pets, then that's what he really cares about. Well, depending on the version, that is. Some versions, he's just kind of evil. Like, Bayverse, he didn't really care much about his pets in Bayverse. He sent Ravage to do all kinds of stuff and wasn't there to help him. That nub mark is a pretty ugly one. But, now we can take this. Let's see. This is the loosest joint on my... Ooh, that's nice. That's the loosest joint on the Fenrir. So, let's see, does the bottom one? Ooh, that's nice. That's a lot better. A lot better tolerances there. So there is a torso. Let's do the other torso. Oh, what the? I forgot the nub mark on the, or the nub on the torso here. How did I do that? Hazards of building and streaming. Also, some of the ways that I'm cutting, you probably should not try to replicate, given that I'm cutting towards myself. Oh yes, man, I need to read Skybound still. One of these days I will. Get the Zarov. There are bootleg Zarovs? Really? There's bootleg Sheik Mainland? That's good to know. I did not know that at all. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna put the heads on because I kind of need the heads to differentiate which is which. Besides Optimus and Bumblebee, who's my favorite Autobot? Ultra Magnus. Ultra Magnus. Ultra Magnus and Rodimus. Especially the IDW versions, which is why I'm so excited for Blocky's Galaxy version 11. Because we know we're getting Rodimus and Magnus. Alright, that's a terrible nub mark placement. Sheik Mainland, why did you do this? Why did you not put it somewhere else? Go ahead and... There we go. Terminator head. And then this one's got the nub mark on the same spot. That's a... It looks kind of like Reaper from Overwatch to me. Hot Wheels guy, welcome! Okay, there's that. We'll go ahead and pop this one on. Is that on? No, it wasn't on. Alright. Kill mode and Sentinel mode. There we go. Alright, so now... Oh, yeah, okay. This is an arm thing. Oh, that's funny. E8 and E9. I guess I cut out the wrong parts, but in the end, I need all of them cut off eventually. Yeah, okay. So again, we're gonna double this up. We're gonna do both at once. So we've got this. So that's a... Which one? That's a right arm. That's a left arm. So we're gonna do the parts like this. So for the right arm, we need 25. Where's 25? E. Yeah, this is E. E25. Where's 20? Oh, it's this piece. It's this piece. I played Titanfall 2. I have not. The speed that you have to move around kind of made me go, ugh, I don't think I can do that. To be fair, though, that was when I was first starting Halo, and Halo's a lot slower paced, and I was still struggling with that. But now, having played Halo for a while, I am tempted to get Titanfall and maybe play it on stream. It usually goes on sale on Steam fairly often, so I might. I'll have to check. Because I also need to get Campaign Evolved now. Well, not yet, actually, because it's not available here yet. I have to wait till the 28th. Zexion, welcome! Have you seen what Soundwave did to Starscream? I think so. I think somebody did, like, a fan animation of that. Do that. That, and then the hands. We'll go ahead, cut the fists off. Wait, no, that's the wrong side. Doing the hands and the stand are usually the most tedious part of these kits because usually, you know, you've been building for a while and you're like, oh, I'm done, and then it's like, nope, you're not done, not yet. Speed is honestly one of its benefits. Well, yeah, that's what makes it different. I just was not sure if I could keep up. But I think I would probably have a bit of a learning curve. But I think I could keep up now. I just need to actually, you know, get the game. I have seen a lot of the cutscenes and stuff. So I know BT is the best. You know what? Sometimes what I like to do is I like to just go through and trim off all the big nubs, and then I can just put down the nippers and swap to the knife. Oh yeah, that little nub mark looked like a ring and reminded me. Have you guys seen the trailer for the new trailer for the Lanterns show? I wasn't sure about it at first. I thought it looked kind of dumb, but that new trailer, they've really done something with that new trailer. What happened to my thumb? Oh, what? Here? If that's what you're talking about, that spot, that's a cardboard cut. Be careful with cardboard, guys. Cardboard can cut you just as much as paper can cut you, and it's worse. It's always worse. Shave that off. Shave that. Well, why did that one not clean up as nicely? How old? There are a few injection molded ones, but those ones are usually really expensive, and they're also super rare. Like, vast majority of T13s are 3D printed. Vast majority are. I don't understand the hype, because, like, yes, it's a very fun mannequin to pose and whatnot, but it's not, like, the design is not anything outwardly visually special. Ooh, I cut that one a little bit weird. That's why stuff like Sheik Mainland is so much more interesting to me, because not only are they doing insane articulation, but they actually look interesting and strange and, like, not just a mannequin, you know? Okay, so we've got this, and then this is going to go on here. Ooh, nice, nice. Good click. Then this is going to go on here. Interesting, so the arms are made to be constantly sticking outward, but then the way the joints are, you can push it down. These hands sometimes are a bit loose, depending on the molding for the ball joint. But that is an arm. And we'll do the same thing for this side. There's also like an attachment point here. I wonder if they're going to do an expanded Sentinel as well. When is the Bionicle custom video coming out? I don't know. So, here's the thing. The channel has grown so quickly that I used to do every 3 days a video comes out, right? That's what I used to do. But it's getting to the point where it's actually stressful to figure out when to release videos because I have so many to release. So, we may be accelerating to maybe even a video a day for a little bit because I have so many. Guys, I got videos from like almost 2 years ago, some mega videos that still haven't been released because I've had so many other things to release. Also, since YouTube has been crushing my views, it might be one of the only ways to get out of that because they're just not showing it to new people, you know? So if my subscribers don't get notified about it, or if they don't, you know, it pops up and they don't watch it, and then they just won't show it to other people, and then it just doesn't get views. So we may accelerate a little bit. Well, a lot bit. So I released a video yesterday, and we've got another one coming today, which if you guys want a chance to win some of the lucky draw Blockies stuff, you will want to stay tuned, because I have gotten another lucky draw, and I have split it up to give to you guys. There will be 4 prize bundles. 4. So 4 people. There's a bundle for Nemesis, a bundle for Bitstream, a bundle for Hauler, and then a bundle with all of the limited edition Insecticons. Oh yeah, here's a little tip. Sometimes if you get the white stuff, the white stress marks, just rub your fingernail over it and it'll kind of scrub it away. Discord? No, you don't have to use Discord. It's a Gleam one. So you'll be able to enter without Discord. Some of the entry methods do involve going to Instagram, although I don't know if it will require you to log in. I don't think it should. Quality is better than Bandai. I would actually agree with that. Sheik Mainland stuff feels really, really solid. I had one part of one of my Xenostrikes crack, but that was because I was trying to tighten it and I did it too much. But it didn't affect the use of the figure at all. He's still perfectly fine. I'm gonna say Soundwave? No. Storm after storm. Yeah, it's been rainy here too, actually. Yeah, see, so the arms are just out by default, but because of these joints, you can kind of slope it down so you can stand more relaxed. Whoa. He has arms. Look at that. Sheik has thicker plastic. Can you save your money for a figure like Haya? I still haven't gotten any Haya Toys stuff. All right, and there's the Sentinel. Looking good, looking good. All right, time for the legs. E6. And A10. Oh, so this stuff is really, really strong. That's why they use it for a lot of the joints. The POK stuff. Man, model kit engineering has come a long way. Face reminding of Terminator? Yes. Vector Cinema is better. Love your shirt. Oh, thank you. It's actually one that I designed myself. I had printed, and I've actually been planning on getting it printed so that I can have it as like a piece of merch for the channel so that you guys can get access to it, but I've been lazy. Well, I say I've been lazy. I've been very busy and I haven't gotten a chance to do it. Although, there has been a company that has been reaching out to me over and over again wanting to do merch. So maybe I'll just respond to them and see about that. But yeah, I'd love it if you guys were able to get a hold of it as well. I think that would be pretty fun. Do I know who Sound Blaster is? Yes. Isn't he the black one? He's the black recolor. Okay. So we need E13 for the right leg. So it's going to go in the right leg pile. And this one is going to go in the left leg pile. And this one needs to go in the left leg pile. There was a stream that I watched from Zaku Aurelius, and he was cutting the stuff, but he was holding it like this and going in like this. And I had to stop watching because it was making me like so tense that he was just going to snip his own finger or something that I just had to click away. It was so stressful. E5. All right, that's lower leg. 42. We're doing pretty good. Better than Bandai. Paint the back of their... What? What? They didn't paint... Or isn't that like $100 figure? That's absurd. That's... Oh, gosh. What a disgrace. What a disgrace. I'll do the feet and ankles as its own pass here in a minute. $30 for Halo Infinite Chopper Takedown. What was its retail? I think its retail was $20. So, yeah, it's not the best price ever, but it's not the worst either. Especially given the state of things. You know, the state of Mega as a whole. Which, we got... you guys probably saw the post I made, but basically... we got another corporate blow off, like, hey, yeah, whatever, we're not really gonna talk about it. And it's pretty sad. Sealed? Yeah, sealed is yeah. Bandai has a reputation for not painting fully. Yeah, this is why I don't get a lot of Bandai stuff. I mean, this guy has been my first fig arts in years. I mean, you guys can go back on my channel and click to oldest, and I did a Fig Arts Iron Man review as one of my first videos, and I did not like it. So that's why I really haven't touched the Fig Arts line again. But I just love that Ant-Man. They did so good with that Ant-Man. In a lot of ways, it feels almost like a Blockies kit in the articulation, which is a good thing. Like, I can access some of the joints in ways that I wouldn't expect to normally. Alright, so now we have piles of joints. Legal read. Well, yes, I do think so. To be completely honest, I think that there was some sort of, like, I don't know, foul play or money laundering going on with Mega. With how much was being stolen from the factories and how much the molds were being used, and, like, I really do think that Mega somehow turned into, like, a money laundering scheme. Like, genuinely. Because product would just disappear before it got Like, it was supposed to arrive to stores, and then it would just disappear. Like, the drop pods, the Alpha 9 ones, they were supposed to go to Walmart. Where did they end up? eBay. Did Walmart get stock? Nope. Never saw any stock at Walmart. So, before it even got overseas, it was just slapped up on eBay. So, I think that that's part of why they can't talk. Because they can't exactly come out and be like, yeah, by the way, X person was using this company as a money laundering scheme. Or whatever. Or they were supporting theft from our factories. Like, that's not very... That's not something you can come out with and say publicly until, like, stuff is dealt with. So, that's my hunch. That's my theory. Is it correct? Who knows? There's a lot of signs that point towards something beyond just, oh no, product isn't selling. Because the Halo stuff sold out every time, right? But here's the thing. If it just gets yoinked out of the factory, and, like, say somebody was setting the stock to having been, you know, transferred to some storage or something, I don't know. But if the numbers are saying, yeah, nothing's actually leaving the factory because nobody wants to buy it, well then, of course, the higher-ups are going to think it's not selling. But then for us, we're buying it up off of eBay, and we're like, what the heck, guys? We're buying this. Why are you saying that nobody's buying it? Well, nobody is buying it, legally. Like, according to their numbers, there would not be any proof. Whereas with the Pokemon, there would be proof that, hey, it is selling because, you know, they actually were being sold legally. There was not so much of the Pokemon stuff that would show up on those strange eBay accounts. It's my 6th video. Yeah. Yeah, they do need more accessories for sure. A good theory, you think you agree? I mean, I don't really know what else would make sense at this point, given that, you know, it was such a thriving company, and then suddenly it just took such a massive downward spiral, and then they were just like, yeah, we can't talk about it, we can't talk about it, we can't talk about it. And when I tried talking to Kevin and Yan about, you know, the Series 17 and the bootlegging that happened there, they literally could not say anything legally. So if that was just the beginning of, you know, unraveling the mess, well, you know, who knows how much worse it got? Who knows? And if somebody was draining Mega's asset money into their own pockets, then yeah, Mega's going to look like a liability, and they're going to have no choice but basically to freeze all assets for Mega until they, you know, stop the bleeding, so to speak. Yeah. I don't really know what else would make sense. I really don't. So, I don't know. I guess you could take that as, like, positive in some ways. Like, oh, maybe Mega will come back. But, Flames, thank you for stopping by. Have a great rest of your weekend. But, yeah. What are some franchises I wish they'd make Mega/Mattel Brickshop sets of? See, here's the thing. I don't actually want to say I would want them to make any sets because, as of right now, there's been no sign of the figure system. And the figure system is what made them unique. So if they never bring back the figure system, I'm not really interested all that much. Because that was what convinced me that Mega was more than just a Lego ripoff, was those tiny little action figures. If they don't have that, then at the end of the day, they basically are just another alt Lego brand. And there are a lot of good alt Lego brands now. How much did it cost? This is anywhere between, like, 15 to, like, 30, depending on where you get it. Right now, I've got a Big Bad Toy Store link pinned in the chat for you guys if you want to get one for yourself. And then I will talk more about the pricing for the place that I got this from in the video. But again, this is not a sponsored stream. Wait, was I supposed to do that? I don't know if I was supposed to do that. Whatever. I'll talk more there. What other Sheik Mainland kits am I going to review? I've got the Homer, and I've got the what do they call it? They're like Ultra Action Trooper, the buck body. I think I have a couple colors of that. I was trying to get a Zarov, but a lot of the stock from that kept disappearing. I've got a couple others coming. I don't remember. I have quite a handful coming. There's another one of those newer kits that I have on the way. I don't remember the name. I don't actually know if I ever knew the name. Whoa, look at that bend. That's a single joint. A single joint. Absolutely insane. Let's pretend that the figures are. Well, if they are happening, Gears, I think Gears of War would be a great choice, given that there's a new game coming out. I'm trying to think what else would be a good candidate for that sort of a thing. Helldivers. Helldivers would be perfect because McFarlane's putting out their normal slop for that, which is disappointing. I don't know. I feel like those are the two big ones off the top of my head. Can we settle into place here? What are we doing? Okay, we got it. I think. There's the other leg. Yeah, I'll go ahead and trim these up. High play. Oh, yeah, I know of high play. Figma Doomslayer. I've actually thought about it. Here's the thing. I mostly need to find places that can supply stuff. Because I can't buy everything. Otherwise, the channel would shut down really, really quick. It's something I might be able to get through Big Bad Toy Store. But that is the sort of thing that, like, if not enough of you all are interested in, using the Big Bad Toy Store links that I've got, then eventually I won't be able to get stuff from them anymore. So I'm trying to be smart about what I look at from them. But Doomslayer, definitely something I've been eyeing. I know there's some bootlegs of it. But I don't know how good they are. Some of the bootlegs these days are amazing. Some of them are garbage. Linden259, welcome. This is the last effort since they're overpriced. That is good to know. I saw there's a Zarov that's actually printed like desert camo, which I couldn't find out a ton about that. Is that one a bootleg or no? Is that an official release? What's the music I'm playing in the background? It is the soundtrack for a game called Surviving Mars. Highly recommend. It's a very, very nice soundtrack. Very chill. It's something I like listening to when I build. Although I can't currently hear it. You guys can hear it. I like trying to get the white stress bits cleaned up, but sometimes you just end up with kind of an ugly mark. Knockoff in the box, the ankle snapped. Really? Interesting. Very interesting. I accidentally broke the shield for the, like, Action Trooper Buck, but that was a me thing. It wasn't necessarily, it's a bootleg. But why is it the Zarov specifically that's bootleg? Is it just because it's Zaku adjacent design? Kind of strange. Trim that. Okay, that one's pretty good. I oftentimes will use my finger to brace and stop the knife. I'm not pushing very hard so it doesn't cut me that much, but I will end up with micro cuts on like the top layer of my skin. So for those of you who are watching, like I said earlier, be very careful when trying to copy the way that I'm cutting, because I don't know if it's always the best method. Ape Escape, Command and Conquer, Ratchet and Clank. I'm pretty sure that a lot of those would get me copyright strike. I have to be careful because one wrong music choice and the whole stream is demonetized forever, maybe even taken down. Or, you know, they just take my ad revenue. But some of them might be fine. You're not good in English, you're in Vietnam. Oh, we've got I think we've got a handful of Vietnamese model kit fans that pop in and out of these streams. Would I miss that? Video of 30-minute missions. Oh, the I don't remember the name of that kit. I think it popped up maybe. I didn't see the whole thing. I've been editing so much that I've only had time to watch videos that I can basically listen to as a podcast. Those parts are a little hard to sandwich together. I will say that. That is how that goes. We'll do this one. Yoink. The amount of joints that they pack into these things is absurd. Ape Escape music isn't? Well, I'll have to take a look at that then. Ratchet and Clank isn't? I would have thought that Ratchet and Clank would be. Prime B127 Smokescreen, welcome! Bootleg has a rocket launcher. The original has an assault rifle. Isn't there two versions of the Zarov? One does have the rocket launcher and one doesn't? As far as I know, because I've looked on some of the pages that list official Sheik Mainland stuff, and there is a rocket launcher version on there. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought that there was an official one. Alright, now we gotta build the feet, and then we will have full killer robots. Then I need to... I'm actually really excited for the weapons, because, like, shotgun, Gatling gun, like, that's awesome. Oh, no, I snipped a bit of the joint. Ooh, that's... Hopefully that's not a problem. Yikes. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Portanova. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I am curious to see how this toe hinge works. I don't like toe hinges. I think they're really stupid. But who knows? Maybe this one could be good and interesting. That's a knife trim that needs to happen. I'm going to have so many nubs all over my studio and on my floor after this. Okay. Let's see. This needs to be trimmed a little bit. May lose power. Yeah, that's, sounds likely if it's flickering. That hinge is a little loose. It's not the tightest thing ever. Oh, this is the sliced one. Which it may not matter actually. If I just pop this up in there. Yeah, we're good. Okay, do I watch Jurassic Park? I actually, to this day, have not seen the original Jurassic Park. It's sad, I know. But I only watched Jurassic World. It's, I don't know, they just never... They never caught my interest enough. Mostly I watched Jurassic World just because I think my siblings were watching it. So I was like, yeah, I'll watch it. They're kind of goofy movies. Like, the first one I think was fine. The second one and the third one, and... Is there 4 of them now? Golly. Shoulder-mounted rocket launcher. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Oh, there's a divot on that side, too. Okay, so we've got that. Am I planning to learn something about Kamen Rider? I actually have watched a little bit. There's this one video where this guy is breaking down, like, the history of Kamen Rider. I haven't finished it, but I've started learning a little bit. But I do actually have the Kamen Rider S wave on the way. I don't know about their nub placement for these. It's a little weird. Alright, I think we're done with this runner as soon as I get the toe hinges off. Where did it go? Oh, it's there. Okay. Alright. Clean runner, let's go. Terminator 2 is better than Jurassic Park. Are they even, like... That's not even a real comparison. They're not even the same genre. It's not even... How is that a comparison at all? Okay, I don't like the nubs here. This is weird. This is... It's a big mess. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but, welcome. Kuga was really good. Out of the new wave, it's the Kamen Rider... How do you say it? The Zets? Is that how you say it? Zets? It looks like Zets to my English-speaking eyes. Kamen Rider Zets. I like his suit the best. So I've watched some clips from that show. Have I seen the Xenodash? I don't plan on getting the Xenodash. I don't really want a weird cat girl. I mean, it just looks like some weird naked cat girl robot. I don't really want that. Only thing that I want from that kit is the accessories, like the scythe and stuff. Otherwise, I could care less for that one. Alright, so the toe hinge here. Oh, it's basically what I thought it would be. So, you can get the toe hinge, but it's loose. Yeah, it's loose. I don't think I want to use that one. Like, I know it gives you more range and whatnot, but more range is not worth it if it makes your figure fall over all the time. Sam Neill. Yes, I do know that. I do know who he is. I did see that he died, which, yes, that is very sad. I'm sure it's even more sad for, like, people who have been fans of Jurassic Park for a long time. Yeah, golly, why did they make the attachments here so aggressive? Kamen Rider Triple O. Interesting. Candy themed Kamen Rider. What? That's so weird that that's a thing. This is a little difficult for some reason. Oh, there we go. Look at that. We can get a flat foot to the side. This particular joint is, like, the hinge part of the joint is more loose than I think I would like. I guess I should go ahead and finish the toe hinge ones. O's? They call it O's? See, I would just say triple O. Because The way they say it in Gundam 00 is they say Gundam 00. They don't say Gundam O's. So, and that's something I've watched all the way through. So I would say triple O. To the other mechs and other bot. Yeah, I think I've seen most of Sheik Mainland's releases. Oh yeah, they just released one that's like the Vigilante kit. That's the sniper. That one looks really cool. I need to get that one eventually. Alright, another toe hinge one. Yeah, I don't really like that. I mean, yes, you can get the bend, but I'll pass on the toe hinges. As Ozu? Ozai? Firelord Ozai? Man, this is the worst. This is the worst nub placement I think I've seen on any Sheik Mainland kit. This is rough. Because, like, the angle of this makes it really difficult to trim it cleanly, too. Alright. There we go. Alright, so there's 2 legs complete. I'm just going to cut the big ones off, or the single piece feet off. I'm not going to bother with the toe hinge ones for this one. Because there's also the extra heads and whatnot on here, so this runner will just not be emptied right now. Alright. Get to trim that. Man, this is so bad. Getting most of Sheik Mainland's 3-minute. I find it hilarious that they call this 3-minute. This is absolutely not 3 minutes. I mean, we're an hour and 7 minutes in. There's no way you can do this in 3 minutes. But that being said, aside from the Xeno Dash, yeah, I'd like to. Ooh, that's a little dangerous. If I had the time, I would love to just go through all of the color variants and showcase those. You know, like every Fenrir color, every Xenostrike color, but I don't think I've got the time or the resources for that. But yes, 3 minutes. I don't know where they got that. I would love to see somebody build one of these in 3 minutes. Maybe if you pre-cut all of the parts and pre-trimmed them and then started counting, maybe then you could do it in 3 minutes. But with all the trimming that you have to do, especially on these feet, that ain't 3 minutes. Tell me to get the Xenodash? What? Why is he telling? That is why I would say don't get it. Especially the flesh-colored one is the one that sells the most, and that to me is just gross. Zexion, thank you for stopping by. Have a great rest of your weekend. The newest block. Oh, yes. I actually really wanted to get that one. Hopefully I can eventually, but it's another one that's not available in the US, so I have to look on other sites and whatnot. And then I have to do stuff like get the brand new day Spidey first, because that's not going to be available in the US. This is your first stream. Well, nice. I think this is a pretty good one to start with. Alright, he has a leg. And he has a leg. It's alive. So, look at this. He can, you can do some very cursed poses with these. There's there's the flesh color one is the most popular. What kind of pens do I use for panel lining? I just use normal Gundam panel liner. Oh, that's a beautiful bend. Beautiful bend. And then you can rotate it like this, and then like this, so the leg can go all the way up. For custom painting, I haven't used markers in a while. I usually use like Vallejo. I have some Vallejo paint. I've used that a fair bit. Yeah, see, this to me is so much cooler than a T13. This is just so much cooler looking. The ankles, like I said, little loose. They'll hold the weight of the dude, but I think as you're posing, you just try to send him down, it might be a little difficult. I think what I might do is I might take... I have like a gold chrome pen and then like just a normal silver chrome pen. Do some of these hydraulics up. I don't know which color. Which color do you guys think I should do? Should I do the hydraulics in like a copper? Or should I do the hydraulics in silver? Which one would look better? Finger paints? Yeah, that'll last a good while. Why is Blocky's not... Brand New Day Spider-Man not available in US? Licensing? The licensing doesn't allow them, which sucks. It very much sucks. Also, you could totally paint one of these to look like Spider-Man. Robo Spider-Man. That's cool. I like this head. I like this head a lot. But yeah, so copper or silver? I don't know which. Silver is bad for red. Well, silver would stand out a lot. Yes. But copper would kind of blend a little bit more. Oh, I just knocked skeleton over. Alright, now we get to the fun part. We get to build some weapons. Oh my goodness, the Gatling gun is very complicated. What the heck? Let me build the shotgun first. I want to build the shotgun first. Because the shotgun's easy. Now I might have them hold it because I think the shotgun is an awesome accessory. By fusing two together and it didn't go well. What did you do? Silver. You think silver? Both. Yes, you get two. That's the cool thing about these 3-minute project stuff is you always get two. There's always two. Like the Sith. I guess I could also do like a gray if I wanted to. I could do a gray. I just figured a metallic one would maybe look better. I am going to weather these guys. Maybe I'll stick a decal on the chest of one of them or something. One silver, one copper. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to weather up one and then not weather the other one just for the review. Oh, look at that. So you've got this, and then it's a break action shotgun, so you can clunk, clunk. That's great. Alright, so let me cut some hands then. Just go ahead. They'll be holding the shotguns the opposite directions. And the awesome thing is, the hands are the same between every 3-minute project kit. So all of these are cross-compatible. So these can use the Fenrir weapons. The Xenostrike can use these weapons. Like, it's an amazing ecosystem of cross-compatibility. There's some... Oh, the ×3 ones are the little ones, yeah? The micro mechs. Those are the ×3. They look like really, really tiny Armored Core kits. The 1/18th scale stuff, maybe I should say that. The 1/18th scale 3-minute project stuff always comes with 2. The micro ones, the micro ones still count as 3-minute project? Those ones actually might realistically be a 3-minute project. Alright, so go ahead, pop the hand out. Pop this one in. Get the open hand here. Get the shotgun. It's a little loose in the hand. Look at that. That's so freaking cool. That's so cool. 1.5 minute project. Pretty sure that's not the name, but given the way that they track the time, maybe that's what they would count it as. Put the other hands over here. This guy will be holding it the opposite way. So this, if I have it like... He can be loading it. That's so cool. That is so cool. Mr. T. Huge, welcome. Man, my studio is an absolute mess. Oh yeah, then we got the axe. I forgot. This guy has like an industrial axe. He's got such brutal weapons. Shotgun, axe, Gatling gun. There's no precision here at all. It's all just carnage. Absolute destruction. This, I think, is great. I want one, I want them to do one that has like a broadsword. We've got a katana, but I want one that has a broadsword. Oh yeah, the little micro guys. Yeah, I haven't gotten any of the micro ones. These 1/18 ones interest me more because they actually can work with my acid rain stuff. Also, they're just a very nice size to take photos of and whatnot. Okay. Now, we need... Let's do the Gatling gun. D. So we have D8, 6, and 28. Gatling gun has so many parts. Golly, I thought it was going to be like a 2 or 3 piece thing. But no. Oh, there's even the bullets that you can see on it? Golly, what? Have I played Half-Life? I have not played Half-Life. I've listened to the Black Mesa soundtrack a lot, though. I love the Black Mesa soundtrack. I know that's not exactly Half-Life, because isn't that technically like a fan remake? Here's the Gatling gun barrel. Haha, Gatling gun go brrr. And then cut off the other parts. Then we got the sub-arms. How do the sub-arms attach? Oh, I see. You can also just attach the Gatling gun to the arm. I don't think I like that very much. Maybe the person they timed knew where to put the parts. That's, you know, I do think if you knew all that, you could probably do it that fast. But most, like the average consumer is not going to do that. Golly, I have so many nubs. Quarter life to be released. I'm pretty sure it would just be no life given the events of the game. That. Okay. Let's build a Gatling gun. No, well, let's build 2 Gatling guns. All red this time? Oh yeah, it does. You can get it in silver, gray, white. I don't remember the others. I think that there's a couple others. Black. Yeah, there's a black one. I just went ahead and got the red for this one. Because the seller that I was getting them from had either red or gunmetal. And I decided that I wanted a different color. Because my My Xenostrike is gray. My Fenrir is gray. Well, I have gray and tan. But red is different enough that I was like, yeah, we'll go with red. That'll make it interesting. Alright, so we do this. Sembo block, Sheik Mainland. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Flakes, really? Is that what you really came to say? You have nothing, no other input at all. Okay. Here's the main bulk of the gun. This is the chassis, I guess. Would you call it a chassis? I think you call it a chassis. I'm not a gun person, so I don't know that terminology. Okay, so then this goes like this. We're clear. Oh yeah, those are the Xenostrike variants, yes? There's the clear Xenostrike variants. Is the clear plastic actually good? Because I know clear plastic tends to be very fragile. And then we've got this. This is a handle. I think this is the same both sides. Oh, I see, yes. So this can actually rotate. This is great. That means it's going to be, I think, fairly easy to get these positioned in their hands. Clear plastic is fine. Interesting. So I guess Sheik Mainland knows how to do that too. Honestly, I've not gotten another Gundam in a proper Gundam in a while, just because, like, why would I? Why would I when Sheik Mainland exists? Sheik Mainland and Blockies are my two favorite model kit brands right now. Okay. This goes on this side. It's actually got some bullets and stuff there. We change into different forms. Oh yeah, doesn't it go from like a sword to a scythe or something? Look at that. That's beautiful. And yeah, if you take this, so this little handle piece off, you can just plug this onto their arm. Which again, I prefer them to actually hold it. I think it's cooler. 50 years ago. Shattered. Yeah, I guess it is just the plastic mix. Like, how did you do the clear plastic? I have a bunch of the clear stuff from Blockies, and so far most of them are okay. But then I've also got some from Mega, and some of them are okay, and then some of them the hands blow up. My main goal is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody. Correctly still. The Forta Shield. Yeah, I have looked at the Forta Shield before. Or I've considered it. Guarantee is very durable. Interesting. I maybe would actually consider picking it up then. I don't know. Is that something you guys would want to see if I went and got like a bunch of Xenostrike variants and a bunch of Fenrir variants and did a video showing those off? Because that is, depending on if I continue doing videos for this particular sponsor, I might be able to do that. Because there's so many. The only downside is then I would have to kill myself building at light speed. Which, some of that I guess I could turn into lives. You guys could watch. Abner's Playtime, welcome! Okay, got that. I think it's about to ring here. You know, I need to buy one of these. Or any, either the Fenrir, the Xenostrike, or this, the Sentinel, and send it to Loft Studios. I need to send it to Loft and say, hey, you should animate this. Then you're having an assault type. Yeah, that's the next one. They actually just, I think it was just revealed like a day or so ago. That's why I put the links. I have a post and the links to pre-order it from BBTS. Where'd the Gatling barrel go? Oh, it rolled over here. Now, if the sub-arm can hold this, that would be kind of cool. I think it can. I'm pretty sure it can. So let's put the sub-arm together. See, 21. Cool. I need all of them. 20. Then this upper section. Then this one. Oh, there's the hand. Wait, does the hand... No, it's not. Dang it! I was hoping that the sub-arm hand would have... Well, it actually might be. It'd be kind of cool to give a pinchy hand. Flooding down here? Dang. Let me see. Can I attach this? Yo! You can! Look at this! So if you wanted to, you could give your dude just like a pinching claw hand. That's actually super cool. If you want to go less humanoid and more robot. Squish the blade and you have a crude sword. Yeah, I guess I could do that. The animation. Yeah, I need to... I don't know. I emailed him a little bit ago, but I might need to email him again. Yeah, I feel like these would be great for animation because he animated with the... Why is my brain blanking? The T-13. He did the T-13. And this is so much better. I can't say I'm familiar with that. What the bats, Cobra bats are. I'm not a G.I. Joe aficionado. I've considered getting some of their 6-inch figures though, because occasionally some of them are like, ooh, that's actually really, really nice looking. But I'm hoping to push this channel a little towards the action figure space. That's what I've been trying lately. I don't think YouTube likes it very much because I have not had much luck. Basically, like with Mega, I was a small fish in a small pond, you know? And then, you know, my channel got bigger, so then I became a big fish in a small pond. And then I moved to model kits, and now I'm a small fish in a bigger pond. And pushing towards the action figure space, I'm a little micro tiny fish in a very, very large pond. So it's hard to get out there and make any sort of waves being in such a big pond. Blowtorch. Interesting. Yeah, no, I was not familiar with that. Oh, this is the joint. I'm understanding now. This goes here. This goes here. Wait, you could actually just put a normal hand on the end of this if you wanted to, given that the ball joints are the same. Alright, so that's a sub-arm. Now, let me... How does this work? I see. So it's this. D5. D3. And then A. The ball joint on A. A3. Gotcha. There's always leftover parts, too. So there's customization options there. Interesting. Am I hoping for any improvement from Sembo? Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're so close to having such perfect kits. The Homoxian line was so close to being perfect, but they just didn't quite do it. Leaving off the swivel is a massive, massive loss. Okay, so then what we do here is we take this little bally. This goes here. Is that as far as it goes? I guess so. And then this goes on to here. Like so. So then we take this, and this attaches here. And then, because this has the mount here, this particular hinge right here is a little loose, which makes me a bit worried, because I'm like, if I'm trying to have it hold something heavy, like the Gatlin, will that work? Will this work? There we go. Subarm. I'm not usually a massive fan of subarms, but I do think there's some cool opportunities here. One guy sent you one. Yeah, there are some sellers on AliExpress, Temu, all those sorts of things that they will split it up in the box. So be aware of that. That is a thing some of the sellers do. If you don't read properly, you will end up with something you didn't expect. Oh, I left a piece. So this... Oh, I see. So you could actually put a subarm on this guy's back, but it's going to be just in the dead center of his back. I am curious, what are these peg holes for? Can you attach stuff here? Oh, you can. Oops. So, yeah, you can attach stuff there. That's a little strange. Also, there's a peg hole down here, which makes me think maybe we'll get a stand eventually. Arcalgi, welcome. Does the extra arm... Yeah, this is totally... What I have here is a completely normal release. So you will get... In every one of these boxes, you get 2, and then you also get each one. So each one comes with a full array of hands, a stand, an axe, a shotgun, a Gatling gun, and a subarm. Also, each one comes with 2 heads. You have the Terminator-looking head, and then the Sentinel head. These, I think Sheik Mainland probably wins the best pocket figure award. I think so. Oh wait, I need one of these little ball joints. Will I make a review? Yes. As soon as I'm able to get a hold of some, I 100% will review that. I mean, I'm sold on the Sheik Mainland line. So I'm all for that. I especially, you know, new stuff, new accessories, that interests me a lot. So yeah, as soon as I'm able to get it, as soon as I find a place to get it, yes. Arcale. Oh. Arcale G. Why the C then? Why not a K? Why not spell it like kale? By the way, kale is pretty good if you cook it right. It's also very good for you, so even if you don't like it, you should eat it. Does Sheik sell directly? No, I don't know that they have any presence on social media or whatever. Like I said, there is a pinned link in the chat. Big Bad Toy Store sells them. You can get them through Big Bad Toy Store. BBTS has great customer support, so if anything goes wrong, you are guaranteed help. I say that as somebody who has had figures ordered from them multiple times, and then the manufacturer messed something up, and they were always... Big Bad Toy Store was always on it. They were very on it. I'm pretty sure that they show the silver on the front here. All right, and we'll build the same deal here. Wait, no, that's not right. That ain't right. Mags is the marine version. Interesting. Military mech with night vision. Yeah, that's the... Well, okay, the Fenrir is not a mech. The Fenrir is not a mech. These guys, the Fenrir, the Xenostrike, and the Sentinel, they're all actually just robots. So, like, human-sized robots. There's nobody inside piloting. Which I think is cool, because not a ton of companies do that. Most of them are just making mechs. While ordering stuff or promo code. So the link that's pinned there, anything you order through that link will count as, you know, through my link, which means the more that people use it, the more I can actually still work with BBTS. So that link right there, the whole site will work with that link. I don't have any promo codes for BBTS, unfortunately. Oh, wait a minute. Did I put that other one on wrong? I wish I did, but I don't. Whoa, I'm dropping this guy. Is this even gonna come out? Oh, wait, it doesn't matter. I can just flip this around. Yeah, there we go. Then we pop this back on. This looks like a serious... Have I tried JP fans for the brand new Day Spider-Man from Blockies? I have actually looked on there. He's on there, but he's not that much cheaper than, say, AliExpress. And AliExpress will have the cheaper shipping. So I probably wouldn't try to get him from there. But I am probably going to go ahead and make an order for him on AliExpress, likely today. Because that's one I don't want to miss out on. No buy July. Fasting toy buying. That's fair. July is not here for very much longer, though. Look at that. You can even get the axe on there. I love the fact that the shotgun can go into a reload position. That's just freaking awesome. Okay. So there's extra parts on this runner and that runner. And that runner that I'll have to clean off eventually. That one too. And then we've got the stands. Do I want a full accessory? Oh, you mean like an accessory pack? Where it's just accessories? I mean, that maybe could be cool. But I gotta say, they've released so many accessories that I don't know if we would need an accessory pack. Because if you bought like one kit, you've got enough accessories for another 2. And then, you know, you buy another one, you're still getting accessories. So... I don't know. They're so generous with the accessories that I don't know that it's really... I don't know if it's really necessary getting accessory packs. Did July 4th sales and you were crying? Well, if you're doing the no buy thing, gotta stick with it. You gotta stick with it. Sometimes it's better to watch the sales pass than to, you know, spend a bunch of money you didn't mean to. These stands hold the hands, for those of you who did not know. The stands are also storage things. I mean, I've got a whole... Where is it? Got a little box over here. Yeah, here's... This is all just from, like, I think... Fenrir and Xenostrike, yeah. And that's not even all of them, because I have one at my work that has his full array of hands. He's just sitting on my desk with his stand and everything. And currently he has one of the Fenrir's assault rifles. Because they're cross-compatible and it's awesome. Yeah, I mean, the Xenostrike has a lot of accessories, but I gotta say, the Fenrir is even better for accessories. Because he got... Golly, I mean, there's so many guns in that... Like, one Fenrir kit will have enough weapons to arm, like, a whole squad. Which is crazy. It's a kind of an ugly nub mark I just created there, but it's okay. You can swap with the Fenrir arm. Oh, yeah, it's the same peg size, isn't it? Golly, what a brilliant, absolutely brilliant system that they've come up with. Brilliant, brilliant. So many options. I didn't trim this enough. You encountered 3 YouTubers who mispronounced your name? Well, here's the thing. Us as YouTubers, we encounter a lot of weird names very often, and so our ability to pronounce them doesn't necessarily get better. Oh, wait. Bro, I even see the E after the L now. I didn't pay close enough attention before. I see now why you say Kaleji. It's there. It's just, I didn't read it correctly, so my apologies for that. It's not as confusing as I thought it was. Chinese kit rising? Oh, yeah. It's funny, Japan used to be the king of everything here. Like, model kits, action figures, Japan had it. Japan was the place. And now China's like, yeah, actually, we know the manufacturing better than anyone. So, yeah, we're going to do it now. And they have been. And honestly, I think that's why they are doing so well, is because the Chinese have such a close knowledge of all of the manufacturing. Like, that's how they know how to do all of this, because they do this manufacturing so much. They are the masters at it. Fenrir class R9. That's the new one, yeah? Yeah, like I said, as soon as I'm able to. As soon as I can find a place to get it. Well, that's correct. Those are just really, really stiff. Ah, there we go. Then this goes here. And this goes here. Ah, there we go. It's a pretty nice stand. Although the taller these guys get, because these guys are taller than the Xenostrike. The taller they get, the more they won't be able to get airborne poses. Oh wait, I need to clean up the nub marks here. And then you want to trim these flush, because if you don't, the stand might not sit flat. Right. There we go. One stand complete. Golly, I keep knocking them over. Keep knocking them over. Oh, the hands. These ones are the most difficult. The, like, karate chop hands, because you got to put the joint in them. I believe the Fenrir is going to have, like, a pointing finger hand and stuff, too. Man, I need to do some photography with these Sheik Mainland things. I have not. I've used them in the background for a couple shots, but I've not done any shots just focused on Sheik Mainland products, but I really should. I do wish that I could work directly with the company, but they just, I don't know how to contact them. Bound to hack the perfect grade new Gundam runner files. I don't think they do that. I'm pretty sure what they do is they just buy a version of the kit and then they just engineer it backwards, you know? Reverse engineer it. They just build it and they go, all right, we can do this. We can do this, we can do that. All right, cool. All right, start producing it. Change some stuff so the licensing isn't on there. And away to the races. I don't think they hack the computers or anything. That would actually be kind of dangerous. Fidget spinners for adults. Does anybody actually use fidget spinners anymore? Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is always the most difficult part. Did it go on? No, it didn't. Please, just go on. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. That is intense. This is always my least favorite part with building the hands. Those guys are sick. Absolutely. A new nipper. Yours just shattered. What do you have? A God hand nipper? I would never buy one of those because of the amount of times I've heard people say that theirs shattered. I bought a USA Gundam Store nipper, and I beat the snot out of that. Like, I'm talking, I cut pieces of plastic. Like, I would cut pieces of plastic this thick or thicker. And it lasted me like 6 years before it got dull. Favorite games I've actually played. Currently, Hytale is pretty high up there. I haven't gotten to play it as much over the last like month or so just because of how busy I've been. But man, it's like Minecraft, but with everything that I wish Minecraft had, it's got. Highly recommend. Holy moly. How many Sentinels? 2. You get 2 per box. And you get the options to build it as kill mode, which is the Terminator looking one, or Sentinel mode, which has the like slit face. Alright, those are extra joints on there as well. You got your nippers from Hobby Lobby. Those ones, I will say, those ones will dull quicker. So this is the Rui tool. And so far I've been pretty pleased with that. But like, if you're in the US, I highly recommend buying the USA Gundam Store ones. Because like I said, I abused those ones for like 4 or 5 years making kit bashes. And they held up beautifully. I still have them. I still use them for my rough cuts or the big ones. Like, you know, if I have to cut a piece of plastic that I really shouldn't be cutting, I use those. But they are a bit dull now. I probably could sharpen them. If I knew how. I don't know how. Bottle caps? Bottle caps? I have no idea what you're talking about, actually. I never really was a fidget toy person. I was always about getting more Lego. The Acteon or the Zabul? Which one are those? Which one are those? Because since I don't recognize the name, there's a chance that I have one of them coming. What do those look like? Carl Hazain? Welcome. Necrons. Yeah, they do look a little bit like Necrons. You could easily paint them. Paint them Necron colors, you know, get some green in there. Silver or some bronze for the base color, and then get some green in there. What am I building? I am building the hands for these fellas right here. The Sheik Mainland XENTINEL. And right now, there's all these extra hands that need trimming. Milk caps, up around 1993. No, I never had any of those. They were all long out of popularity by the time I was born. I don't know. The period of time that I was getting toys, well, period of time that I was young and getting toys and whatnot, there wasn't really that many fidget toys that I remember. I mean, I'm sure there were some, but I don't remember them being a big thing. Like, I feel like there was a lot of cool stuff. Maybe it was just because I was really into Lego at the time, and Lego had so many options. Hero Factory, Space Police, Power Miners, Castle, City. Now it's mostly just licensed stuff. Oops, I cut that way deeper than I meant to. Yikes. It's fine, you mostly can't tell. Maybe you punched something too hard. Display or Steady? I almost worked with Steady Tool. I've heard some okay things about them. But they wanted me to get their stuff through the TikTok shop, and I never actually figured out how to use that. So I kind of just didn't. Also, I was really busy with other sponsored stuff. And they weren't going to pay. They were just going to send a few products. And I was like, too busy. Sorry. Heads are shaped like a skull. Yeah, so one of them, this guy has like a slit visor, and then this one is literally a Terminator-style skull. Oh, I gotta do this one again. Alright. Oh, whoops, I didn't trim that. How dare I miss that? Did I miss the other one too? No, I got that one. Rubik's Cube. No, Rubik's Cube isn't really a fidget toy. It's a puzzle. I guess a Slinky maybe could be called a fidget toy. Maybe. Gingy Gamer, thank you. Like I said earlier in the stream, I do plan on eventually making this shirt available as merch for you guys to buy. Because I did design it myself. This is my own design, so. Must buy tools, or which one to buy for beginners. I've thought about it, but like, I feel like that's probably already been done by some of the bigger model kit creators, like Zaku Aurelius or something. Ugh. Holy moly. So each one has a hand already, so if I do this guy's stand, that's the same. So it's this one goes in here, whoop, and then the holding hand. Yeah, the holding. Yeah, alright, so there's one fully complete. Let's build the stand, the last stand, and we will be done. God hand? Oh. Yeah, I guess that's a bit of a problem. I mean, good nippers aren't cheap. I think I paid like 30 bucks for my USA Gundam store once. But, that being said, I did get like 5 or 6 years of use out of it. So, I do think it was justified. Also, it gave me free shipping on my order. So, there was that too. Your user change? Kale Vlogs? Yeah, I can see it now. Oh, that's just an extra joint. I'll trim the extra joints off the runners later. I don't need to do that right now. I did forget to trim that bit. Isn't that garden cutters? If you're nipping something in the bud, that would be garden cutters. Although I'm pretty sure those are called nippers too. Also, dang it, there's this fly, and he was here yesterday, flying around and messing up my recording. And I thought he went away, and he's here again. I'm gonna have to get the little vacuum in here and vacuum my studio, because holy crap, there's so many plastic bits. Night style. Again, looks like a knight. Oh, that's one of the mechs, yes? He comes with like a lance. I don't think he has a sword. He's got a lance. I don't have that one coming. What's the other one? It's like a very... It looks like an aerial mech. It comes in like purple and white, blue and white, red and white. He's very angular. What is that one? Inera kits. Not sure yet. Again, a lot of these things require me to have a source, right? Somebody willing to provide the product in return for content, or even paying for the video. Because right now, so as of right now, the channel does not make enough for me to do this as a full-time job. So I have to work around my normal day job. Maybe one day, if the Lord says, yep, this is your job now, I will switch to this being my full-time job. But until that happens, if it happens, I have to make sure that I have sources. Because, again, I don't have endless resources to be able to just purchase stuff, you know? I mean, like, if I were doing this as a full-time job, we'd probably have streams, twice a week maybe. be building model kits and whatnot a lot. I would probably go more into the model kits if I had the more time. But as it stands right now, I have to pick and choose. And I'm still figuring out, like, do I go farther into the model kit world? Do I try to dabble a bit more into the action figure world? I'm trying to decide, you know? I'm trying to decide what I'm doing, where I'm going. Where is that last piece? Did I forget it on the runner? No, it's over here. Hey, D-Dog the Second, welcome! I'm a little warm at the moment because my window's shut, but otherwise I'm doing pretty good because it's actually not 100 degrees out for once. Ton of flying bugs. Bucket list. Yeah, you never know. It might happen. Because here's the thing, guys. I never planned on ending up here. This is totally, like, the way that this went, literally God was just like, yep, this is what you do now, by the way. And I was like, okay, I didn't expect to be here, but let's roll with it. And that's what I've been doing. I mean, I first started making YouTube videos because I used to make short films, and I kind of didn't do that anymore because I didn't have my cast that I needed. So then I just decided to make videos just because, you know, I enjoyed it. I used to write a ton of blog-style reviews for the Brickset reviews, like user reviews page. And then eventually I was like, why don't I just turn it into a video? And so then we're here. Have the rider stuff come yet? No, I got a notification that they shipped like today or yesterday. So it might be a week before it arrives because, you know, it is coming from China. But I got the Ultraman manga S version and the Kamen Rider S version. So I'm very excited for that because I've been looking forward to that Ultraman one for a long time now. Long time. And Blockies was going to send it, and then they ended up with, like, logistics issues or something. I don't know. It's still not available in the US. I've seen the Franz Alpha. Are there any Blockies that I'm missing? I'm missing, actually, quite a few of the Ultraman, of all of the Ultraman Legend editions. I think I've got most of the Transformers, at least the wide release ones. Only 80 there, humid and raining. I don't know what the Franz Alpha is, though. I'm not familiar with a lot of the names of the Sheik Mainland stuff yet. I know some of them, but I don't know all of them. Interesting. Well, there we go. They are complete. Look at this. So we've got the knee bend. Dad taking care of dementia. I mean, not everyone gets dementia, but I will say, yes, that is a rough thing to have to deal with. I have seen it. I have had to experience similar things. So I quite understand. Look at that. It's so easy to get these guys in a cool looking pose. Also, crouching poses, you can get insanely deep crouches. So you can rotate this thigh around and go up. Let's see, will this actually... Yeah, you could totally get that. That's a crazy, crazy deep. King Phantasm, thank you for stopping by. And thank you for your constant poking to try more Sheik Mainland. That's part of the reason why I got these guys. There's Mr. Terminator Man. Let's get up close at these before we end off. There's a lot of molded detail, even if there's not a lot of color separation. There's a lot of molded detail. It's very, very impressive looking. I don't know those poses. I've not seen that film, so I don't know those poses. I definitely like this head better But, man, as a whole, what a absolutely beautiful pair of model kits. So good. Accessories are S tier. Articulation is S tier. Because we can also get some insane ab crunches as well. And we've got this. Like, man. Talk about the perfect pocket figure. Absolutely perfect. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end off the stream here because I got to clean up the studio, weather up one of these guys, and I've got a video to release. So, stay tuned. There will be a video out about that giveaway in, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. So, I'll go ahead and press out. Well, Lord, thank you for bringing everyone here today. Thank you that we can come and enjoy this hobby, that we can enjoy some just really cool model kits. Thank you that we've got an internet connection, that we can do this in the first place. I ask that you give everyone just safe and enjoyable weekends. And yeah, I pray this all in Jesus' name. Amen. I like these. I like these a lot. I think I might even like them a little bit more than the Fenrir. I'm looking forward to doing the video. And we might have a couple more Sheik Mainland builds as packages arrive. I don't know yet which ones are coming that are built and which ones are not. So we might have a couple more in a day or so. So thank you guys for stopping by. And I will see you guys next time. And keep an eye out for that giveaway video.